Hello everyone, PFC Baltzer, James Baltzer here, United States Marine Corps, veteran Vietnam. I'm here to talk about the Ukraine and the invasion by Russia and Putin and his thugs as they try to subdue the Ukrainians who are putting up a great fight. But let me first start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Semper Fi. I want to give you my thoughts on the Ukraine and the suffering of the Ukrainian people. From what I understand and read, there's over 4.1 million Ukrainian refugees now flooding into Europe, trying to escape the tyranny and brutality of the Russian forces. And I believe General Patton was right years ago when he said, do not trust the Russians, and we should not. So far in the United States, we've accepted some Ukrainian refugees. Poland has taken the bulk of Ukrainian refugees. I'm sure it's 2 or 3 million now. The United States, we're expected to take in 100,000. That's great, but I think we could do better. We could accept more Ukrainian refugees. If you look at all the illegal aliens flooding over our border, our southern border, it makes me wonder, why can't we take in Ukrainians? Why aren't we flying planes into Poland trying to help the Ukrainian citizens come here? We're a great country. We're a welcoming country. And certainly now, you have the biggest crisis in Europe since World War II. This mass exodus of people from the Ukraine is unparalleled. They need our help. We are helping, but I believe we could do more. The Ukrainian people are putting up a great fight against the Russians. They're driving them back in some places, and they're holding them off. This is a country going up against one of the most formidable armies in the world today. They're proving that the Russians are not that great of a military either. However, if you look at what the Russians are doing, the execution and atrocities to the Ukrainian citizens, you have one town, I believe it's Bucha, where you're finding dead bodies in the street, people that their hands were tied and they were shot. This is terrible. We can't allow this. We have to stop it. Short of total warfare with Russia, I mean, Putin is a madman, and he needs to stop what he's doing, and we have to help the Ukrainians as best we can militarily. They're knocking out their tanks, they're knocking out their armored vehicles, which is great. And I certainly give them a lot of credit for what they've done in defending their country. This is an example of a small country standing up against the David and Goliath, if you will. Are the sanctions working? I don't know. I'm not sure. Some people say they are, some people say they're not. Again, we look at the atrocities. We have children being killed in the Ukraine, families being separated, towns being just totally destroyed. And this is reminiscent of Mussolini's invasion of Libya before World War II actually started, and they view that as the real start of World War II. The world sat back and did nothing when Mussolini and his Italian forces invaded Libya and used mustard gas on them. This attack has to stop, and we as Americans must do everything we can to support the Ukrainians. So I ask everyone to please support the people of the Ukraine, support our government in what they're doing. We should be doing more, but we're doing something. But again, with the refugees, I ask that our country do more in accepting. If we can accept 100,000, why not another 100,000 Ukrainian refugees into our country? Again, we're a great and welcoming country, and the Ukrainian people clearly need our help. So with that, I always end with God bless America, God bless the Ukrainian people, and please support the Ukrainian people in their struggle against the tyranny of Putin and his thugs. Thank you. God bless America.